Good afternoon and welcome to the wedding of Rachel and Chris. I am Judge Jackie Glass and I am honored to be performing this wedding. I have known Rachel and her family since Rachel was just a little girl. Chris and Rachel want to welcome all of their friends and family who have come from all over the country to be here for this joyous occasion. In addition to Rachel's parents, Les and Allison, who are from Las Vegas, Chris's parents, Hal and Marcia, have come here from Kentucky. And also here with us today are Rachel's grandparents, Stan and Renee, and Rachel's godparents, Isabel and Ira. This day is made even more special by your presence. When I conduct a wedding, I like to explain how the couple became a couple. Rachel and Chris were both in graduate school in the Washington, D.C. area. Both were involved in student government. A mutual friend wanted to get them together using the idea that the two schools could do a project together. But it really was a setup. That night, when they met, something amazing happened for both of them. Rachel described it as a light bulb going on. She felt an instant attraction. Chris told me the very moment I met her, I could swear the whole bar became dark, and all of a sudden, a spotlight beamed on her. It was love at first sight. The night they met, they talked for hours, and they closed down the bar. Rachel gave Chris her email, but she didn't hear from him for a week. She was very worried. But then he finally emailed. He had been busy with school activities, and she was very relieved. At the time, they were both vegetarians, and the next time they went out, Rachel got to pick the restaurant that they went to. But according to Chris, the food was just awful. But they managed to go somewhere else that night, and again talked for hours and closed down the restaurant that they were in. And now, 2 years later, here we are at their wedding. As you can all see, this wedding is being signed by American Sign Language interpreters. Chris and Rachel are both deaf, and their everyday language is ASL. As they got to know each other, they were attracted to many things. Rachel couldn't help but be drawn to Chris physically. She said he was just adorable. Right, Chris? You're adorable? She described your great sense of humor and how intelligent you were. And perhaps the most important thing is you're a good cook. She also fell in love with your dog. Rachel, Chris was attracted to your beauty, your big personality, and your big brown eyes. Those eyes, he says, has an openness and warmth that make him feel like the world is all right after all. A mutual attraction was their communication. They both felt a connection in the way they signed to each other. And in fact, Chris, according to Rachel, has even taught their dog, Winston, how to read sign language. Both Rachel and Chris live in Arizona. Rachel teaches American Sign Language at the community college, and Chris teaches social studies at the charter school for the deaf. Both are passionate about many things. When they met, they were vegetarians. But as a New Year's resolution, they both decided to go vegan. They have eliminated all animal products because they wanted to lead a 100% compassionate lifestyle. Now that you have learned about these two vibrant, intelligent, compassionate, and connected individuals, it is time to join them as husband and wife.